Good morning, all. Open Beam and open platform. This multiplication is the key of my presentation today. Thank you for coming to the session, and it is my pleasure to see you at GRAPHISOFT Key Client Conference. Global Beam was established last year as a 100% subsidiary of Kajima Corporation. Its business target is not just supporting Beam within Kajima, but to provide the world with our leading Beam technology and solutions. As an outstanding Beam service provider, we have accepted work from all construction companies and design companies in Japan, and will continue to expand further. This is today's agenda. I will introduce Kajima's Beam in the last half decade. And I will talk about the main topics, Open Beam and Open Platform, and share our direction in the near future. But today, we have many people from all over the world. First, I would like to spend a few minutes to introduce our company, Kajima and Global Beam. Kajima started its business in 1840, so we have a history of about 180 years. We are a Tokyo-based company, having around 7,500 employees. The amount of sales in fiscal year last year was around 14.6 billion euro. Sorry. Our profit was around 1.4 billion euro. We have 12 branches office in Japan, and we are also a global company, having 4 regional headquarters in Europe, USA, Asia, and Australia. I would like to show some of our major works in Tokyo. Many of them were completed within the last year. From left above, clockwise, Kachidoki, the tower, Muromatsuri project, the Park House Harumi Towers Tiaro residence, Tokyo Midtown Hibiya, Tokyo Garden Terrace Keiichiro, Ginza 6, and so on. From now on, I would like to talk about Kajima's Beam. There are some articles published in newspapers. Our Beam has gained attention widely in Japan and also all around the world. Improvement of productivity, large-scale project with short period accomplished by Beam. Established Beam company in April 2017 week. shortening of construction period, and establish beam supply chain. Actually, we also have an official role to promote open beam intentionally. As you might know, we know member of Strategic Advisory Council since 2016 of Buildingsmart International. Nemetschek is one of the oldest members of SAC, and Kajima was the first company from the construction domain, followed by Arab, Holcim, the Chinese railway company KCC, and the German electronic giant Siemens. It allows that BIM is spreading not only among construction companies, but in relation with IT and IoT as well. Let me explain our activities in the last half decade, starting from 2012. The three arrows indicate the three main directions. The first arrow, construction BIM. We started 5 years ago, and now it is well known to the public. The second arrow, global BIM, which is targeting BIM modelers all over the world to achieve just-in-time modeling. This is where our company got its name from. And the third arrow, smartphone planner. Smartphone planner is targeting site engineers to simply construction planning. I will explain those three one by one. Construction BIM is based on the theory called Kajima curve. This chart shows the effort in each phase of the construction project. Patrick McLemy, the chairman of Buildingsmart International, proposed this effort curve, well known as the McLemy curve, showing the typical effort curve of an architectural design firm. The Kajima curve proposed our leader Kajima shows how a construction company has to change its effort when introducing BIM. That is, relatively large amount of effort is needed at the time between the design and the construction phases. And this curve has been proven true in Kajima's BIM construction project. You can see this chart indicates the number of Kajima's BIM projects in Japan. As a result of promoting construction BIM, in the last 3 years, we have achieved 100% adoption of BIM as a construction site. The construction period of each project about 2 or 3 years. So, the actual number of operating sites using BIM is about 300 or more every year. At the same time, in the last 3 years, our profit has grown considerably. This chart indicates has annual profit of Kajima's in Japan. It's obvious that BIM has contributed to our production system directly and boosted our profit. You can see our growth curve is going to up quickly last 3 years. The second arrow is a global BIM. It's a collaboration platform on a cloud network. We started to use it in 2013. As you know well, it is based on GRAPHISOFT BIM Cloud solution. Using this platform, as many as 30 people can work together on the same file simultaneously. This is our modeling network based on global BIM. We call it supply chain, using the same term Japanese car manufacturers introduced worldwide. As I mentioned at the Yajima curve, we put a large amount of effort as a handover phase between design and construction. And within this phase, we mainly create BIM models from 2D drawings by working with modelers. So, even if it's a large-scale BIM model of a high-rise building, we can finish it only 1 or 2 weeks. Therefore, we can deliver BIM model to all of our construction sites at a low cost. Global BIM has changed our work style as well. We have involved skilled mothers at home, and we call them BIM Mama. BIM Mama. BIM Papa. Okay? We have involved skilled mothers at home, and we call them BIM Mama. Okay? But this idea doesn't only apply to working mothers, but also to students, experienced, retired engineers, and many other types of people as well. We think the work style should be more flexible. And we try to introduce various alternatives. The third arrow is a product smart construction planner. We call it Smart Com Planner, SCP. SCP. Construction planning is an essential know-how of a general constructor, and it should be done by construction engineers themselves, not operators. So we developed SCP to make it easy. The system is now distributed by We Global BIM Corporation in Japan and South Korea, and we plan to sell it in other countries as well. Now, I would like to show you the video which you can also see on YouTube website. It's our smartphone planner. Smartphone planner is developed using GRAPHISOFT, GDL, and API technologies. The purpose of this software is to enable the site manager to efficiently create construction plans using BIM. In addition to cranes, trucks, and heavy machinery used at the site, temporary enclosures, temporary scaffolds, temporary shoring, and struts are also provided. Let's move. Easy to layout. You can see. And we can show you the other movies. This is a second stage SCP. We have added more advanced features recently. Underground work is based on the geographic data obtained by boring and requires highly advanced engineering ability and experience. Kajima has developing such software, and now we can use it together with smartphone planner. The next example is BIM for public services. We can extend shared values in public areas. Now IFC is extended to infrastructure area. It means information or a building and its infrastructure will be handled on the same platform. Combined with GIS, BIM could be used much more widely in relation with public service. It's integrated. This shows the process of elderly people leaving their home and arriving at their destination. By linking building and indoor BIM data with elevator operation information, traffic information, and health monitoring information from IoT, people can be safely and efficiently escorted to their destinations. Finally, I'd like to talk about the collaboration between BIM IoT and AI. IoT is an essential piece of technology to implement the thing which I mentioned earlier. IoT's role is to connect the BIM data of building and manufacturers to smart devices, drones, automatic driving cars, and public transportation. IoT plays a role of linking the cyberspace and the physical space. This figure shows what we are trying to do as a construction site: acquire materials information to procure from BIM data and deliver them to the site just in time. In the operation phase, IoT sensors embedded in the building can monitor the building and upload data to the server to manage the latest building status on the BIM model. A number of gateways and beacons are installed at the site to provide real-time monitoring of equipment and workers. For example, hand pallets, steps, hand cars, and work vehicle are covered objects, and IoT sensors are attached to them. This video shows a real-time tracking system and user location information from IoT sensors. You can switch between the floor and view the current position of people and equipment in real time. IoT is not only for real-time monitoring. It is possible to obtain various pieces of information from the accumulated data. By initial installation of sensors, we can grasp the status in the site from various viewpoints. This figure shows a heat map displays the places where people and machines were frequently located. If you are a site manager, you can use this data to improve the next day's work. IoT technology is being used in various industries and is rapidly advancing. To use IoT effectively at construction site, it is essential to work with BIM data. We are working on development of a data platform to combine BIM data stored on BIM servers with IoT data generated by IoT sensors. And moreover, we try to use this big data for AI. By combining real-time information obtained from IoT sensors with stored big data, we intend to create an automated construction system. At present, the site managers develop a process plan using the BIM model, but in near future, AI will automatically generate various plans which we can compare and select from. I have introduced various possibilities regarding to Open BIM and Open Platform. Now, I want to conclude my presentation. We have been working to utilize BIM in the construction phase. It was important to use a variety of BIM software and share data between them using IFC. However, to utilize BIM data further, it is necessary to work with non-BIM data as well. Use of BIM is dramatically expanded through the integration with GIS, VR, AR, drones, and IoT sensors. Therefore, an open platform is required along with OpenBIM. And we expect GRAPHISOFT, which has been leading OpenBIM, to drive this process. Finally, I'd like to conclude by talking about our business. We established Global BIM Corporation to create and increase customers' value. Global BIM will provide IPD service in the upstream phase and provide various services using BIM in operation and maintenance phase. For further information about Global BIM, please visit our website. Okay? Finally, let me tell you about the upcoming Buildingsmart International Summit. The next BSI Summit will be held in Tokyo this fall. It will last 4 days, from October 16th to 19th. Currently, the BSI Japan chapter, which is the host of the summit, is working hard on the preparations, and soon you will be able to visit the registration site, this address. Welcome, Tokyo. Thank you. Thank you very much. どうもありがとう。